Capricorn. Welcome back to my blog, where astrology meets attitude. I'm MayaTalkingCat, and today, we'll dive into the transformative energy awaiting you in 2026, a year defined by bold self-expression, unexpected opportunities, and deep personal rebirth. In this detailed forecast, we explore how Jupiter's expansion, Uranus' revolutionary shifts, and Pluto's powerful transformation will align to unlock new paths in your career, finances, relationships, and personal identity. Learn how to navigate Venus retrograde with confidence, embrace Uranus-inspired life reinventions, and release outdated beliefs that no longer serve you. Joining me as always is my trusted co-pilot Brian, ready to guide us through the stardust. Grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let him take it away. Brian, take the floor.
Thanks, Maya. You always know how to spark curiosity. Let's uncover exactly how these astral alignments will shape our paths and why embracing change could lead to magic. Dear Capricorn, sovereign of stone and starlight, listen, the heavens have not merely shifted their gaze upon you, they have handed you a chisel and whispered, carve your legacy. 2026 is not a year, it is a gravitational tide pulling your ambitions from the quiet harbor of thought into the roaring ocean of action. You will feel it first as a restlessness, a hunger for more influence, more substance, more weight in the world's ledger. Your bank account, it will no longer be a passive spectator, but an active participant in your metamorphosis. Your home, it will cease to be mere shelter and become the cornerstone of your dynasty. Whether through the forging of a new career, the sacred pact of marriage, the birth of a child who carries your name like a torch, or the quiet purchase of land where your roots may one day outlive you, this year demands you build something that will outlast the next solar eclipse. And yes, the universe has a wicked sense of humor. It gifts you this insatiable drive precisely when you think you've earned a nap. Do not fight it. Drink the ambition like fine wine, slowly, deliberately, and remember, what is yours by right will find its way into your hands, if only you stop looking at your watch and start digging. The northern node in the third house, your mind becomes a university without walls. Until August 18th, the north node, your soul's compass pointing toward destiny, drifts through your third house, the realm of words, roads, and restless intellect. This is not a time for idle chatter. This is the year you turn your brain into a relentless academy. You will enroll in courses you never imagined, public speaking because silence no longer serves your grandeur, accounting because your business deserves more than napkin math, driving lessons because the road to your dream no longer ends at the subway station, even foreign languages because the world speaks and you intend to answer. Each lesson is not indulgence, it is excavation. You are unearthing tools buried beneath years of practicality, tools forged for the life you were meant to live, not the one you settled for. Your habitual paths, literal and metaphorical, are being rerouted. The coffee shop where you used to write emails now sits beside a co-working space in Lisbon. The bus route you took to work becomes the trail you hike on weekends. This is not change for change's sake. It is the architecture of your future self, brick by carefully chosen brick. The treasury of Titans, Saturn, Neptune, and the alchemy of wealth. Your second house, the sacred vault of your personal riches, trembles under the combined weight of Pluto's transformation and the first solar eclipse of the year on February 17th. This is no ordinary financial surge, it is alchemy. Pluto does not inflate your balance, it transmutes your relationship with value itself. You will discover income streams you didn't know existed, a bonus from a client who suddenly sees your genius, an inheritance from a relative you barely knew, a windfall from a side hustle that began as a joke about selling homemade jam. Then on June 30th, Jupiter, the cosmic benefactor, enters your 8th house, the domain of shared resources, loans, and inherited legacies. Suddenly, credit lines bloom like desert flowers after rain. Your partner's promotion becomes your joint investment. Your mortgage becomes your monument. But beware, Capricorn, the gods demand precision. Neptune whispers illusions. This crypto guru looks trustworthy. Saturn growls back. Show me the contract signed in blood, not emojis. Do not trust promises spoken over cocktails. Write everything down, notarize it, bury it in 3 layers of parchment and hope. For here, wealth is not won by luck. It is forged in discipline, guarded like a dragon's hoard, and spent only on things that echo your dignity. The dance of partnerships, when love wears a suit and talks about ROI. Until June 30th, Jupiter bathes your 7th house, the temple of partnership, in golden light. Doors swing open. You meet people who make your pulse quicken. Not just romantically, but intellectually, professionally. There will be 2 candidates, one charming, one brilliant. One laughs at your jokes, the other challenges your assumptions. Choose wisely, for Jupiter bestows not just lovers, but allies who elevate you. If you're already entwined, prepare for a quiet revolution. Your partner's career soars and you find yourself glowing with pride, not envy. By summer's end, Jupiter crosses into your 8th house and the dance shifts. Now love means shared ledgers, merged accounts, joint ventures. The weekend getaway becomes a real estate inspection. The romantic dinner turns into a conversation about tax deductions. It's not cold, it's profound. You are building not just a family, but a fortress. And yes, sometimes you'll wish your partner would just hold you without discussing asset allocation. But then you remember, this is the kind of love that builds empires, and empires require blueprints. Children, the quiet architects of your legacy. There are no direct planetary mandates whispering of pregnancy. Yet the silent gravity of Saturn and Neptune in your 4th house, the hearth of home, draws children into your orbit like moths to a lantern. For those longing to begin a family, this is the year you lay the foundation. The house, the savings, the whispered promises made under starlight. For those already parenting, 2026 is the year you become the unwavering oak. You will rearrange your schedule around school plays, teach them how to plant seeds, and finally, after years of delay, buy that plot of land where they can run barefoot and scream into the wind. You will realize your greatest legacy isn't in your resume, but in the quiet confidence in your child's eyes when they say, "I know we'll be okay." You are not just raising a child. You are building a sanctuary where the world cannot break them. The revolution in your routine, Uranus unleashed. On April 26th, Uranus, the cosmic anarchist wearing sneakers and carrying a drone, enters your 6th house, the domain of daily grind, health, and the merciless tyranny of your to-do list. For 7 long years, your old routines will crumble like stale bread. You will quit your 9 to 5, not in rage, but in revelation. I'm not a cog, I am the entire machine. You will become a freelancer, a digital nomad, a consultant who works from mountain cabins. Or perhaps you'll simply refuse to answer emails after 7 p.m. and the world will adjust. Your body will thank you. Yoga replaces late-night takeout, cycling replaces commuting, and your home transforms from cluttered cave to minimalist temple. You will buy fitness trackers, not to count steps, but to honor your flesh as the sacred vessel it is. This is not a trend, it is liberation. Your days will no longer be measured in hours worked, but in breaths taken, joy felt, and freedom claimed. Health, the temple that demands reverence. Pluto, ever the relentless surgeon, has been probing your 6th house since 2023, dragging forgotten pains and chronic fatigue into the glaring light of awareness. Now, with Uranus joining the party, healing becomes an act of rebellion. You will shed the myth that exhaustion is a badge of honor. You will learn to breathe, to stretch, to sleep, to eat vegetables without guilt. You will purge your home of dust, dead plants, and emotional baggage alike, for your physical health is inseparable from the cleanliness of your space. Your nervous system, once frayed like old rope, will mend, not overnight, but with daily rituals, cold showers, journaling, walks under moonlight. You will stop treating your body like a rental car and start treating it like the cathedral it is. And when you do, you will feel younger, not chronologically, but spiritually, lighter, more alive. Home, where stones become sanctuaries. Saturn and Neptune, those ancient architects of fate, dwell in your fourth house, the sacred ground of home, heritage, and belonging. This is not a year for redecorating, this is a year for rebuilding your foundation. You will either buy the house you've dreamed of or finally finish the renovation you started in 2014. You will sign papers, pay debts, confront relatives about inheritance, or move back to your childhood town just to feel the earth beneath your feet again. Saturn insists you must anchor yourself. Neptune murmurs, but let it be a place of magic. So you do both. You install solar panels on the roof and hang wind chimes in the garden. You hire contractors to fix the leaky basement and poets to paint murals on the walls. Your home becomes less a structure and more a living prayer, an altar where your dreams are fed, your children are raised, and your soul remembers why it chose this life. The monthly pilgrimage, sacred moments etched in celestial ink. January begins with a full moon in Cancer, illuminating your seventh house. A moment of clarity in partnerships, a final farewell to relationships that no longer serve your ascent. Then, on January 18th, the new moon in your own sign, your personal new year. The cosmos resets. You sit alone, pen in hand, and write, "This year I choose my worth." You do not ask permission, you declare it. On January 26th, Neptune, the mystic king, slips into your fourth house, dissolving the boundaries between duty and desire. Your home will no longer be a place you endure, it will become the sanctuary you create. On January 27th, Mars and Pluto collide in your second house, the most potent day of the year. Here you choose your battlefield. Will you invest in stocks, in education, in a piece of land, in your own peace? Whatever you set into motion today will ripple for the next 2 years. Plant your flag. February arrives with the solar eclipse on the 17th, your first eclipse in 7 years in your second house. It shatters illusions. You see your finances clearly, what drains you, what feeds you. You cut the cord to the toxic job, the expensive habit, the friend who always asks for money. March brings the lunar eclipse in Virgo, your ninth house, a cleansing of old beliefs. You release the notion that success requires suffering. You embrace wisdom gained from travel, books, and conversations with strangers who became teachers. April ignites with a stellium in your fourth house, planets gathering like elders around a fire. You are called home, not physically but emotionally. You mend fences, you forgive. You paint the nursery. May crowns the season with 2 full moons. On May 1st, in your 11th house, you celebrate your tribe, the friends who became family, the collaborators who believed before you did. On May 22nd, Sun meets Uranus in your 6th house, your strategic pivot. You decide, this is how I will live, not tomorrow, not someday, now. June delivers the summer solstice, the full moon in your first house, a dazzling mirror held up to your true self. You stand tall, you speak louder, you wear the crown you've earned. July whispers through your 7th house, deepening bonds, tender conversations, the quiet understanding that comes only after years of walking together. Your love story grows roots. August 12th, the solar eclipse in your 8th house, a reckoning. You settle debts, inherit property, or finally sell that cursed antique dresser your ex left behind. You emerge lighter. August 18th, the nodes shift. The axis of your life pivots onto your 2nd and 8th houses, the axis of power, wealth, and shared destiny. From now until early 2028, your financial evolution accelerates. You will earn differently, spend differently, love differently. September 11th, the new moon in Virgo, your 9th house. A fresh chapter begins. You plan a journey, not for escape, but for awakening. You consult a sage, Read a forbidden book. Enroll in a course that terrifies you. October 3rd, Mars opposes Pluto, a tempest. Avoid major purchases, avoid arguments, let the storm pass. Venus goes retrograde. Revisit old loves, old habits, old songs. Reconnect with who you were before the world asked you to shrink. November 9th, the new moon in Scorpio, your 11th house. Your tribe gathers, old friendships revive, new alliances form. You realize your power lies not in isolation but in community. November 16th, Jupiter conjuncts the South Node, a rare celestial convergence, the culmination. A decision made years ago about your business, your home, your heart comes to fruition. You receive the validation you've waited for. December 9th, the new moon in Sagittarius, your 12th house, a retreat, a pause, a deep inhale before the next great leap. You reflect, you grieve, you dream. December 24th, the full moon in Cancer, your 7th house, a closing circle, relationships heal. Grudges dissolve. You look across the table at your partner, your child, your friend, and feel the warmth of belonging. You are home. You are not climbing a ladder. You are becoming the mountain. And 2026? It was never about reaching the top. It was about learning to stand still and be seen.
And that's a wrap, my starry-eyed friends. Remember, the universe sends whispers, not shouts, so tune in and trust the process. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more astro insights, and leave a comment to share your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious, stay magical, and keep shining like the star you are. Meow off.